Hi guys, so 2020 of course was the year of the Brexit transition period. Towards the end of the year, the EU and the UK hammered out a trade agreement. It was signed on the 24th of December and it was ratified in the UK Parliament very shortly after that. The Labour Party jumped on board, Keir Starmer supported it, and it was pushed through Parliament extremely quickly without any scrutiny. Now the EU of course took a different approach. They decided, we want time. We want to read this thoroughly. We want to go through it line by line. And at the end of that scrutiny, they decided to add some extra measures to that agreement, adding what they called extra teeth in order to make sure the agreement was respected on both sides. So let's hear what the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, had to say about this agreement as she was speaking to the European Parliament.
This agreement comes with real teeth, with a binding dispute settlement mechanism and the possibility for unilateral remedial measures where necessary.
Now, what she's talking about here, of course, is that if the EU feels the UK is not respecting the agreement, it can pull out unilaterally. Now, I hope that's not going to happen. I hope it's not the case. But you can understand that since Boris Johnson's government has mentioned in the past about breaking international law in a very limited and specific way, the EU do not trust the UK. They do not trust Boris Johnson or his government. And they also don't trust future UK governments. So they want to be sure that they have the mechanisms necessary in order to withdraw from the agreement if they feel that the other side is not respecting it.
And let me be very clear. We do not want to have to use these tools, but we will not hesitate to use them if necessary. This agreement on paper is only as good as implementation and enforcement in practice. And I share the concerns you have on unilateral actions taken by the United Kingdom since the agreement came into provisional application. In recent days and weeks, we have seen a new constructive dynamic, and we will continue to work closely with the UK to find constructive solutions that respect what was agreed.
Now, there has been constructive agreement, it seems, when it comes to Northern Ireland, the Northern Ireland Protocol. And we saw the camera shifting to Šefčovič there. There is a feeling that the UK government has decided, yes, we're going to implement the protocol in its entirety because of the legal requirements there. The UK government do not, under Boris Johnson, do not want to piss off Joe Biden. They don't want to be seen as undermining the protocol, which of course would undermine the withdrawal agreement, which of course in turn would could potentially damage or undermine the spirit of the Good Friday Agreement. And they don't want to face the consequences of that.
The next step is to mutually agree on compliance path with concrete deadlines and milestones.
So Brexit is not done. More talks are required. This, as I've said in the past, has really annoyed me. The way that Boris Johnson sold the idea of getting Brexit done to the British public. He won an election on that lie, convincing the public that this is it. It's over. We won't be talking about Brexit anymore. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. There are going to be negotiations. There are going to be meetings continuing for the next number of months and even years.
And to support this process, Vice President Šefčovič will continue to engage with all stakeholders in Northern Ireland, to listen to their concerns and to see what needs to be done. We need solutions, not sound bites, if we are to make the protocol work for the benefit of everyone in Northern Ireland.
So what in the reference to sound bites, this is, I think, a little bit of a jab at the DUP in Northern Ireland, who have been talking about we need to dump the protocol, we need to undermine the protocol, we need to throw it in the bin. The DUP have been very loud about it, and their friends in the ERG in England have also been quite vocal about undermining the protocol, getting rid of it completely. The protocol is not going anywhere. The UK government have, it seems, decided we're going to support the protocol, we're going to implement it. The DUP can just go bugger off. We don't care about that. So I think moving forward, it's going to be a situation where the protocol, the withdrawal agreement is intact, but we're probably going to see a bit of a difference of opinion or conflict over some of the parts of Boris Johnson's deal with the European Union. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?